There's a video circulating. Remember I called you. The Hebrews are up and having a party, brother. And they clapping so hard. They talking about Jabari got exposed.
Sometimes when people feel like they're in a secure footing, they actually walk out onto a lake that they think is frozen. And they will dance and fall to their death in that frozen water with no one to save them. I hope that you are not following your brother out onto what you think is a frozen lake.
We don't need to practice for no fucking Hebrew. Number one. That's number one. That shit is light work. Jabari, what do you think, man? You ready for this?
For that too?
Yeah, of course you are. I know you are.
Of course I am. I mean, I could refute those and absolutely destroy his arguments while I brush my teeth in the morning. It's not hard.
I'm waiting. I didn't see the video because I know it'd be full of crap when I watch these dudes, man. You know, they don't understand. They don't know, man.
Since this video is taking shots at Sonetter and Jabari, that's 2 people for the price of 1 video. So right off the bat, that's worth these many shots.
Pecos kid, Pecos kid, yeah, Pecos kid.
There's a video circulating. Remember I called you.
Yes, you did.
And your Allah sent me the video. Black Jesus sent me the video. The Hebrews are up and having a party, brother. And they clapping so hard. They talking about Jabari got exposed information-wise. That's what I mean when I say exposed.
Of course.
Knowledge-wise.
And they should be celebrating Sonetter. Jabari has achieved stardom on your platform by attacking Christians, Hebrews, and the Bible. So of course the Hebrews are happy his pseudo-scholarship is finally being exposed for all to see.
I got to make this quick call. Let me see. I'm hoping Daniel Allah pick up because he's one of the brothers. You know, I seen half of it. I didn't see where you got exposed, but you know, according to the Hebrews, anything that go against you, you've been exposed.
So you say you saw half of my video, but nothing in it exposing Jabari, right? That's very interesting, Sonetter, because later in this live stream, you say...
I'm waiting. I didn't see the video because I know it'd be full of crap when I watch these dudes, man. You know, they don't understand. They don't know, man.
So, Sonetter, did you watch half of my video or none of it at all?
Did you? Choir man want to know?
You know, I seen half of it. I didn't see where you got exposed, but you know, according to the Hebrews, anything that go against you, you've been exposed.
Not true. The Hebrews have legitimately exposed Jabari's faulty scholarship on numerous occasions. Don't even front.
So I got to see. Let me see what Danielle are talking about. Y'all are always hiding though.
Again with the cheap shots at the Hebrews. So now Daniel Allah is hiding simply because he didn't answer the phone? As if a lion like Daniel Allah would need to hide from you or Jabari.
All right, let me call one more person. Another person who sent me the video. Happy as hell.
You're sounding a little butthurt there, bro. Come to think of it, the more I viewed this live stream, the more it became clear that you were more bothered by my video than Jabari. Why is that?
Everybody is, I think they're going to be using his information now.
And why wouldn't they use this information? You know better than anyone that Jabari has heavily criticized the Hebrews for years, claiming their tradition is misogynistic. So what do you expect them to do with newfound information that reveals Jabari is in fact the one following a misogynistic tradition?
I think they're going to be using his information now.
I hope they don't.
I know you hope they don't, Jabari. After all, this information does reveal how you've been misrepresenting the Bible and Kemet in the conscious community.
Peace and Black Power family. This is Brother Black Jesus in the building. We got Brother Jabari on the line.
He's brother, how you doing?
He's live. He's in the building. Black Jesus, I'm letting Jabari know about the video you've been sending all over the world to all the Hebrews. Can you explain to Jabari what this video is about, brother? We are live right now on the air.
Brother Josh of Absolute Bible Truth, a Hebrew Israelite brother. This brilliant brother and esteemed teacher has just retired your argument, dear brother, about the Bible being misogynistic, and as opposed to Kenneth not being misogynistic, but brother, he has brought out all of the text in that the maxims that you have briefly spoken on in the past, and has given us and the world detailed information about the misogyny that was taught by the priest of Kemet. And so, dear brother, I just simply ask that you acknowledge this brother, and that brother, that you apologize for hiding this information, trying to deliberately sway people in the wrong direction, and to shed a negative false light on the Bible, dear brother, and deliberately not exposing the foundational misogyny that took place in Kemet, and the beginning of its foundations with the maxims of Imhotep, dear brother. Are you prepared to apologize to the world, Jabari?
Black Jesus, do you really expect this guy to apologize for deliberately lying on the Bible and hiding the truth about misogyny in ancient Kemet? Be serious. If he's sorry for anything, it's the fact that he got exposed.
Sometimes when people feel like they're in a secure footing, they actually walk out onto a lake that they think is frozen. And when they get too comfortable, they realize that they are not on secure footing. In fact, the water underneath the very thin sheet of ice is still there, and they will dance and fall to their death in that frozen water with no one to save them.
Well, I guess ancient Kemetic tradition is this thin ice you're referring to, because that's what I cited in my video to show misogyny in ancient Kemet. And being that Kemetic tradition is what you're standing on, who's really on thin ice here?
I hope that you are not following your brother out onto what you think is a frozen lake.
According to idioms, thefreedictionary.com, psych out is defined as to psychologically manipulate or intimidate someone or oneself with the result of undermining performance or confidence. This is exactly what you're trying to do to Black Jesus. Psych him out by undermining his confidence in my video and trying to intimidate him. Is this what you have to resort to, Jabari? Sad.
And here's what I'm going to say to you, brother. As you celebrate, have you at least read what the brother is referring to? I don't think so, because you're naming the text incorrectly.
Actually, everyone who viewed my video read what I was referring to, because I provided screenshots of everything I cited.
Be careful when brothers tell you that they've read something and you haven't read it yourself. Because if you read it yourself, you're going to say, well, wait a minute. Maybe this brother is saying something that is unfounded.
That's good advice and all, Jabari, but I didn't tell people I read something. I showed them what I read. I also provided sources. In other words, real scholarship.
Something you might not never know nothing about.
So before you celebrate on that thin sheet of ice on the lake, watch yourself, brother.
According to collinsdictionary.com, grandstanding is defined as behaving in a way that makes people pay attention to you instead of thinking about more important matters. And that's all you're doing at this point. This is just another one of your many deflection tactics.
Let me say here and now on Sonnetter's platform to my dear brother, Black Jesus Minister, and to the brother who I don't know who put up this ridiculous video.
The only thing ridiculous about my video is the ridiculous amount of errors and lies I pointed out in your video.
If you really believe that what you said is secure, if you really believe that your scholarship is sound on this issue and the myriad of issues that you mentioned, then come forward and let's have a dialogue right here on Black News 102, Sonnetta TV Studios about it.
And there you have it, conscious community. Jabari would rather have me come on Sonnetta TV and have a dialogue with him about my video rather than simply debunking the information in my video. But if my video is really as ridiculous as he claims, is a dialogue with me really necessary for him to debunk it? This is yet another deflection tactic. Also, do you think I made that video so I could come on Sonnetta TV and discuss it with you, Jabari? I'm not interested in having a dialogue with you or coming on Sonnetta TV. Well, not yet anyway.
Because I know that one of the things that sometimes our brothers in the Hebrew Israelite community do, is they celebrate and celebrate and celebrate. But when you want to sit down and talk to them about that which they are felicitously celebrating.
Wait, what was that?
Felicitously.
Run that again.
Felicitously.
One more time.
Felicitously.
Felicitously is not a word, bro. I think the word you're looking for is fallaciously. And you say the Hebrews are fallaciously believing something? You can't even pronounce fallaciously. Plus, if the Hebrew community is fallaciously celebrating the information I brought forth in my video, why would you need to sit down with them to talk about it? Just debunk the video.
Like I'll even say Sanetta just tried to call our dear brother Daniel Allah. I like Daniel Allah. I've looked at his stuff. A lot of stuff that he puts forward, I actually agree with. I think he's a good brother. But I'm gonna tell you, he has a few videos talking about Jabari. When it comes to actually talking to Jabari about that which he said,
so hold on.
It's crickets.
And therein lies your flawed logic. You seem to think that if someone doesn't have a dialogue with you about the errors they find in your scholarship, this somehow invalidates those errors. You use this same line of reasoning when Faithful to God exposed you for promoting pseudo-scholarship.
You held up a book the last time, not that I was here, the last time we did a show, we did a debate with you and Michael Edwards, and you held up a book, The Jesus Mysteries, okay? Was the origins of Jesus a pagan god. You held up this book, and now the people are coming at you. They said you are pseudo for holding up a pseudo book.
Let me say this to you. Just yesterday, you made me aware of a video that was made saying that I've been exposed for using pseudo scholarship. And I'm going to tell you that whoever made that video, I want to sit with them because that person is a tactician. That person recognized if they said certain things, it would cause ripples in the community. So I really appreciate that tactically they did something that was going to have to be responded to. So whoever made that video, you and I need to sit and debate because I appreciate the craft behind debating, the craft behind setting landmines for people to walk into. So that was fun.
Nobody has to have a debate or dialogue with you to expose the errors in your scholarship. They can just make a video like I did.
All right, hold on. Hey, Black Jesus, is there any way we could get in touch with this dude where we could set up something?
Sonetter, I did not make that video so you can set up something between Jabari and me. I made it to expose the lies and errors in Jabari's Hebrew Israelites Misogyny and the Bible lecture, period. But don't rule anything out.
We don't need to practice for no fucking Hebrew. Number one. That's number one.
What's all this we stuff, Sonetter? My video was only aimed at Jabari. Yet you speak as if a shot at Jabari is a shot at Sonetter. When did you and Jabari become a package deal? Also, when you say,
we don't need to practice for no fucking Hebrew,
you show the total lack of respect you have for every Hebrew who's ever come on your platform. That's worth these many shots.
We don't need to practice for no fucking Hebrew. That shit is light work.
No, what was light work, Sonetter, was Jabari's Hebrew Israelites Misogyny and the Bible lecture. That was target practice. And when did you become a contender anyway, Sonetter? I thought you were the self-proclaimed done king of debates, right? So unless you plan on debating me yourself, you need to
know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
By the way, Sonetta, when Sonetta told me, Sonetta sent me the video early and said, I want you to look at it. I said, brother, I already know what he's going to say. I don't need
right, exactly.
Because it's the same argument that the Hebrew Israelites have been making for a while, actually, with better editing, with better video editing.
That's bull, Jabari, and you know it. If that was the case, Sonetter would not have said,
everybody is, I think they're going to be using his information now.
Why would Sonetter say his information if every argument I presented in my video had already been made by the Hebrews before? Sonetter also said,
the Hebrews are up and having a party, brother, and they clapping so hard. They talking about Jabari got exposed.
Why would the Hebrews be celebrating so hard about information they've already presented?
By the way, it's also it's really also regrettable that in his video, he decided he was going to show images of me talking and then say shots fired and then have the shot sound. Because I honestly think that with all of the violence that has occurred in our community against brothers, it's regrettable that you even use that kind of tone, that kind of language when you're talking about brothers. I wouldn't do that with him.
So let me get this straight. You have all this to say about the silencer sound effect I used in my video, but have nothing to say about the actual information I presented in the video? Wow. Your deflection game is strong, Jabari.
But I'm going to tell you that as we come forward and he is able to try to make his arguments in public, you're going to see that which he thinks he's exposed, he has not.
So are you saying that making my arguments in a publicized YouTube video isn't public, Jabari? Also, if I didn't actually expose anything as you claim, why didn't you show that in this live stream?
All right, so again, Brother Jabari, I'm about to contact Absolute Bible Truth. That's the name of the YouTube channel.
Watch he run, watch he get scared.
Who am I supposed to be running scared from, Sonetter? A guy I've already exposed as an overrated pseudo-scholar and his hype man? Yeah, I'm shaking.
And again, Brother Jabari, the shots fired in the video, brother, please, brother, if you listen to the video, that was really in jest and really, the shots fired sound like actually like a little pellet gun, bro.
Oh,
so, you know, it was in jest, man. Don't take it like that. No, bro. He's not. No. He's not a violent brother, and that's not a violent video. It's a funny video, bro.
No. Don't take what I'm saying out of context. I'm not saying he's a violent brother. I don't know him. I'm not assuming he is. I'm saying that sometimes when people are having debates and discussions, we have to maintain a level of decorum because there are people who are watching that don't understand that we're debating information. And those people engage in stuff. I'm not saying about this brother himself. I'm not assuming that he's threatening me. I'm saying there are people. Listen, when those videos come forward, Black Jesus Minister, Brother Jabari's death threats increase. You know, Brother Jabari gets death threats from the Hebrew Israelite community.
And I believe that, brother. And this is not one of them. This is not one of them, bro. It's not.
I'm suggesting that it is. What I am saying is we have to be cautious about the things that we say because there are other people outside who say things that are really regrettable and do things that are regrettable. That is what I
agree, bro.
Right.
I agree.
And so I would never use a gunshot sound while I'm talking about my brother. I would not do that because there's some people who don't get it. And then all you can say later is sorry.
Oh, come on, Jabari. There is absolutely nothing in my video that would incite anyone to commit violence against you. You're just coming up with petty reasons to discredit my video because you can't refute the information in it. Plus, Sonetter uses gunshots and explosion sounds in his videos all the time. But I've never once heard you complain about it.
Now, I want to be clear that this brother who thinks that he is saying something profound, the only thing that he has done is profound is edit a video. His comments are not profound and they are easily refuted. I can refute it while I'm watching it.
Yet the only thing you do in this live stream is criticize a sound effect I used in my video. You're not fooling anybody, Jabari.
So Jabari, what do you think, man? You ready for this?
For what?
Of course you are.
For that dude?
Yeah, of course you are. I know you are.
Of course I am. Listen, the arguments are not new. I've already refuted them.
I'm going to have to call BS on that. If you've already heard and refuted every argument I brought forth in my video, then direct me to an old video or podcast of you doing this. I'll wait.
The only difference is that he put a video together where he has the gunshot sound and a counter at the top. That's the only thing that's different. Those arguments are all things that, I mean, I could refute those and absolutely destroy his arguments while I brush my teeth in the morning. It's not hard.
Apparently, it must be extremely hard because even though you're not brushing your teeth in this live stream and appear to be in the comfort of your own home and are sitting down with what looks like a literal library of books behind you, you don't even attempt to refute a single argument I made in my video. Again, Jabari, you're not fooling anybody.
But of course they're celebrating because they're hurt about the fact that I have said what many scholars have said, Sonetta. The Bible has misogynistic literature that is ensconced within it.
No, the Hebrews are celebrating because they all witnessed your pseudo-scholarship get thoroughly annihilated.
Because the reality is, this is the problem. The Bible is not one book. The Bible has been curated and placed together by powerful Europeans. That's a fact.
So you're criticizing the Bible because it was curated by powerful Europeans, i.e. white people. Yet, it didn't seem to bother you that powerful Europeans curated all the Egyptian artifacts and manuscripts at Penn Museum, the museum you led a tour at in 2013 to educate people about ancient Egypt.
The University of Pennsylvania has an incredible collection. Now, what are we seeing here? You're actually seeing a description of the history of the land that has been misnomered Egypt. This is an early version of a shin called the Sarek. Say Sarek with me. This one's rectangular. And inside there, on the bottom, you'll see that it has something, it's an interesting fluted, you'll see that there are kind of stripes on the bottom there. Mm-hmm. That is a reference to the sacred palace that the ruler would live in.
So take 25 shots for your blatant hypocrisy.
I'm waiting. I didn't see the video because I know it'd be full of crap when I watch these dudes, man. You know, they don't understand. They don't know, man.
The fact is, Jabari, the belittling remarks you and Sonetta made about my video was nothing but damage control. You both know that I destroyed your pseudo-scholarship in my last video. So you're trying to downplay this for the conscious community so they won't see you for the paper champion that you really are. So you can try to save face all you want, but the fact still remains that you and Sonetta are
going